I wasn't expecting him to show up so quickly. How you doing, Senator?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yourself?
Focusing on getting everything completed. Just got done running the data. I've checked it, and one of my detectives have checked it separately. Both two separate spreadsheets to ensure there's no bias. We were able to conclude that on the 15th of April, there was a M70 or RPG that had come into our possession. RPG, actually. Yeah, RPG. A month later, a M70 matching the maker's mark of the bench that we discovered. And after that, every single M70 and every single RPG ties back to that bench and the circle of Gulag Gang and Cap Terra Nova vis-a-vis Cheng Gang. And no indication of anything that has come into our possession or any sort of matching. What I'm trying to say here is everything points at the fact that that bench we destroyed is a reason behind everything we've been looking at.
The mission was accomplished.
That's right.
Have we gone public with that information?
Not yet. I just got done with it about an hour ago, but that's the next thing. Showing, putting all the evidence together and having it presentable.
Okay. Is there a list somewhere of all the people that got treason?
Yes.
You mind forwarding that data to me?
Absolutely. It's going to be report 90870. Senator, there's also something else you should know.
Right.
You told me not to speak about the topic with anybody, but instead give you the number. I've since been doing so. However, I have yet to be asked. However, that information flow has not stopped. In fact, there's an inference that I held up Bison and threatened to kill him. I don't think I'm going to last much longer in the department.
What about the fact that we just got a bench that produces bombs?
I published it to our entire command structure, and I haven't heard a peep.
Who do you think's gonna make you not last long?
Sir, one of my detectives overheard the chairman state that I am to be fired. With that said...
Well, where the fuck was the chairman during the war? That pussy couldn't even serve his country. Why could he make a decision on what happens to you?
Look, That's a fair point.
And the guy that didn't show up to the war has problems with the war. Yeah, no shit, because he didn't see what happened on the fucking battlefield.
I think Bison's been speaking, and I think I know this because the moment I stepped foot back stateside, before the suspects were processed, I already had individuals asking me what had happened. And their narration was that we had strapped a bomb to that EMS. That I specifically had did it. It wasn't until much later when the tweets started going out. They had followed the same narrative. And then separately, I just got done speaking with someone and they brought it up on their own accord. That indicates to me that Veronica, the EMS, seems to have indicated that we made her do it. I think ultimately when push comes to shove, I think that narrative is going to be too strong in relation to... Did I threaten anybody?
I don't know, but it did kind of sound like I wouldn't, like when I think about it, you gotta, by the time we did all that shit, I was very cooked. But it does sound like something you'd do.
The only thing I can
we
think of...
We did conspire to kill him multiple times,
With all due respect, sir, I think I tried to navigate you away from that. But ultimately, you weren't wrong that he might talk.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. We did talk about it multiple times, granted it was more so me than you, but I said, I mean, he just walked up to our conversation. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you did threaten him.
I just remember being really annoyed with him walking up, and I just needed him to leave. So, I genuinely don't even remember what I said. I don't know. You know what, you know how effective witness testimony is? Not weighed very heavily in other places. And, I feel the weight of my words were never intended. Rather, I don't think there was any intention. I don't know. I don't know. But anyways. We'll see what happens.
So what is the narrative that's getting pushed?
There's a couple of them. Mostly it's been on Twitter. But it ranges from us threatening the EMS and forcing her to have a bomb, to then suicide herself inside. Like, in other words, strapping a suicide bomb on her. To we threatened her to do it.
Didn't we clarify to Bison that we didn't do that?
And that's why I knew it was him. Like I said, it was the moment I stepped back foot before any of the prisoners were even processed. It gets worse. And that narration continued, phone call after phone call, embellishment after embellishment. I don't understand how it... I mean, it got to the point where at least one individual said I was holding him up. I don't think if there's anything that I said, which I don't know what it is that I said, but the moment he walked up to me, the only thing I was thinking, and I don't know how to put this in any other way, is that, why are you here? Why did you waddle up? The scene is not code 4. You need to leave. And that was really the intent of anything that I stated. but what kind of chaps my ass is he remained there. If there's any logical a belief that we're going to murder him, then why the fuck did he remain?
Yeah. I mean, it's a shame. We could have easily gotten away with it.
Yeah. But then there's the, if what I was told is true, it seems Veronica is also spinning another tale. As to why or whatever the motivation is there, it's unclear to me. But I guess she's related to Nick Simone. Sure, you don't know too much about him, but I don't know what the motivator there is. I don't know.
Oh,
If perhaps
I know
she
that
saw
guy. I sentenced that guy to treason.
Nick?
Is that his name?
No, that's Michael Simone. That's his brother.
There's a difference?
Yeah, one's in the pharmaceutical industry, the other's owns a hospital.
Oh.
I mean, what Nick has got a connection with the Russians. He's
Wait. He's got a connection with the Russians.
correct.
The Russian. Yeah, I'm starting to wish we did strap a bomb to that fucking medic.
Yeah, I didn't know the relationship till earlier today. He a long time back, there was a dispute that had transpired, and well, the Russians would always fly in on his behalf. Nothing we could ever prove, but everything pointed in that direction. It's also why when you go to Nick's Island, you tend to run into a Russian sub or so. Anyways,
You see, Knight, I got two different schools of thoughts here, you know. On one hand, I wanted to step down and tank all the heat for you and the rest of the PD members that were there that day and just retire and go run for president. And then on the other hand, I'm sitting here thinking, wow, they think me, Knight, and Walter and all the other law are bad. Maybe I should just contact Senator Barossi and have him around town for a day and see what people say then. Because the last two times I remember Barossi being in town, he threatened to chop off Michael Simone's head and throw him in the ocean, declared war on the Vagos and just started tanking the barrio and shooting things out of the sky. And I believe he RPG'd a guy in the middle of the courtroom.
it's above my pay grade, sir. You know better than I do. I just did chaps my ass and none of this fucking matters. And that's what just fucking crushes me.
I mean, I don't understand why people are going to go for your job or like care at all. When if that plan would have worked, we would have ended the war.
Clarkson admitted to me that he's the one that shot her.
Of course he did.
He said he saw the C4 as she was running in, strapped to her chest. That is Clarkson, though, so I don't know how true that is.
Anyway, I mean, look, if you, all I'm saying is, if you feel like people are trying to fuck you over and not even hear you out, if you feel like you're not even getting a chance to defend yourself, say, I don't want to deal with this anymore. I want my advocate and then give me a call or shoot me an email, and I'll show up.
All right.
I can't promise that I will protect you fully, but if people aren't gonna talk to you, I'll at least make them fucking talk to you. The first thing I'm gonna do is clear anybody out of there that didn't have the spine to serve in the fucking war, and then we could talk to the rest that had the balls to actually show up.
I'll be sure to give you a call then. Because
All right.
it's been 48 hours.
Like I said, even if the people over there maybe they think you should get fired for everything, but I'm gonna make it very clear that all your parts in that medic situation I ordered you to do, so they should be mad at me. Keep me updated.
Will do. Okay. I was not expecting that.